In 2013, RAFI issued its first monograph on culture and heritage. And for different reasons, it has taken us 10 years to produce another issue. So it's with much pride and pleasure that I welcome all of you to the Kabilin Center, to the launching of the RAFI Monograph on culture and heritage, through the presentation of the study on the many versions and variations of the Sinulog dance. Today's launch also serves as a renewal of our commitment to our advocacy, to preserve and promote our intangible heritage through research and documentation. It will not only contribute to our ever-growing body of knowledge of Cebuano culture, but will also further strengthen our sense of identity, right?
The monograph is seen as a means of preservation, the preservation of historical and cultural knowledge through documentation of latest researches or updates and studies on Cebuano history, culture, and heritage. The said documentation feeds existing knowledge and fuels further and new cultural historical initiatives and programs, and yields to the promotion and popularization of local culture and heritage.
There are a lot of articles about Sinulog or Sinug. However, it's just a part of a book. There is actually no such thing as a book or a monograph that deals only with one, the Sinug. And it's very, very Cebuano. Now, Sinug is, of course, a type of ritual. Activities involving gestures, words, objects performed in an isolated venue as a means of communication with the realm of the supernatural, done in repetition or as a habit. Not from the gods or the deities to make the hunt easier for them, to capture the spirit of the animal. And at the same time, the hunt is done as a form of thanksgiving. I was born in Region 10. It's actually a ritual dance without music that is done as a form of thanksgiving, no, among the Talaandi, the Higaonon, and the Bukinons of Region 10. Then you have the Buklog, which is actually in Zamboanga, done by the Subanon. Di na siya Subanon, Subanan ang pronounce kay Iman. No? And then you have the Bagibang, which is a funeral dance from the Ifugao. They do this especially when there is somebody that dies of a violent death, like an accident or a murder. Then you have the Pagdiwata or the Ine, which is very famous, the ritual dance from, or it's actually a whole ceremony, performed as a form of thanksgiving by the Tagbanwa and also the Palawan of Palawan. Now you'll notice that among the Muslims, there are also ritual dances. Because even if some people are Islamized, there are still some vestiges of the indigenous beliefs. And one example is the Sagayan, which is actually a dance that fights the unseen tonong or the unseen spirits. And you can actually see this, especially when there's a parade, there's always that warrior dancer, the three sisters. Sige siya pamunag-muna na yung kampilan, that is to drive away the evil spirits. But remember that dancing is not mentioned in the Quran. And if you want a very fundamental, very basic Islam, you go to Afghanistan. Motos siya, the dancing is not allowed. Okay, and of course you have the Sama Banjaw, you have the Magjin, which I witnessed in Sitangkay. They do this in front of a banyan tree, balete, because they believe in the jinn. Because among the Muslims, we believe that when during the creation, God actually made man, He also made the jinns, and He made angels, or the malaikats. So kami, utuo o not like ours. Ang tawag daw na jinn. So sa Aladdin ba ito magic lamp? Di ba genie? Okay, kana ha? Mga bata, fertility dance na siya. Turumba in Pakil, and then yung the supli, which unfortunately has been choreographed ito na iga-tiga at KPI, which is actually not, no? Supli or supli is a supplication dance. And when the famous dance that one, they bring the hazard very, very slow. Kamot lagi nakita, ano ba na, no? Dikit, supli ko, pero KPI naman. At least may ibigay ko ano ron. Ang choreographers, and something dancer, choreographers. And then of course, pastores, which we get from Mexico. Although the most famous pastores traditions are in the Bicol area, we have a lot of pastorist traditions in Cebu, and in fact, Astrid, research the one in Cebu nga, and then Mila, the daughters here, Joanne, made researches of the pastores in a lot of places, Lapu-Lapu, Midilien, no, then Pinaumahan. Okay? And I've done researches also sa Naga, as well as Dax, Barlaan. This period have described some dances, including ritual dances of the Visayas and the rest of the country. The names of these dances are not given because I said the chroniclers just wrote what they observed, but they were not dance researchers. Wala pa'y choreography sa unang panahon. Okay? Spanish historians during the earlier part of the Spanish period, like for example, Tigapeta, describe sa Tigapeta o Doha Sayaw. Then, Diluarca and Chirino describe some unnamed ritual dances of the islands. Remember Tigapeta, he recorded the dances of the three maidens or entertainments that were half-naked young women. And then the other one was a ritual dance done by two Babaylans with a slaughtered baboy, no, a pig. Kasi ako nasa rason, hindi ko ma-convert mga Cebuano o Muslim. Kaya di kita kabiyas baboy. Di ko kabiyas baboy, di ay. May babski di ha. Sino, karena kinaglagot ko na sa yun sa Wikipedia pa na. Sino or Sinulog means graceful dance. Kasi mag-isura, ako mo lang uruan na. Graceful dance to taon. Sino, una ha, I am presenting several explanations as to the origin of the name. Sino is bahasa so or bahasa silo or simply so. Refers to the language of the Tausug or the Sulok in Malaysia o Sulu. National artist Dr. Resel Mojares mentioned in his book that before the 20th century, in the Jesuit Mateo Sanchez Vocabulario de la Lengua Bisaya, Sinulog had only one meaning. Sinulog referred to Sulu. Because Sulu is suluk, suluk or so current. Okay. The suluk current or so or suluk could also be a traditional Muslim war dance in Sulu, which is also called Sinulog or Sinulog or Sinug. Okay, and it also refers to a 17th century dress of the Sulu women called Sinulog or Siolog. Mahilig yung mga tausog siyo eh. Siyang la, Pioto, Piobo, Tiano. Actually, I can speak Bahasa Tausog. That's why, okay, in order to survive. Okay, during my research. So, muna meaning ha, you notice nga, wala yung refer sa current anak. Although, solo or solo means current. The environment of the Tausug people. Okay? Next. Probably, this is the design of the Sinulog, the dress. Although not worn anymore because it's actually very tight-fitting. And then it's described by the works of Scott that is tight-fitting and it touches this area here. So which means when they raise their arms, that would expose the belly button or the aurat, ang tawag naman ng aurat. Okay? Dili pakita diri. So kanang mosayaw ko ng panganay dili pakita diri. Labayo ta mo ro. Mo di ka na labay ha. Labay microphone. He also mentioned in the writings of William Henry Scott of the pre-colonial Visayas, Sinulog is a type of women's blouse.
Sinug dance given this 16th day of January 2023 at the RAFI Kabilin Center, 35 Gorordo Aboitiz Street, Cebu City.
Don't forget, at the end of this, to not only buy a copy of the monograph, but please do read it and share what you have learned with others. Daghang salamat, ug mabuhi ang Cebuanong kultura o kabilin.
That's my signature, ha?
Thank you.